G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza and this is the announcement of the March 2016 Challenge of the Month. And the theme of the March 2016 Challenge of the Month is Wandering Season, where using only a traditional medium, more on that in a moment, participants are required to create a depiction of a personified season within the environment of a different season. What this means is participants are required to depict one of the 4 seasons, summer, autumn, winter, or spring, in human form. However you go about that, it must be very visually clear which season that person is. So for example, if you do a man or woman who is supposed to represent summer or winter, they need to be adorned in clothing, or their skin or their persona needs to very clearly reflect which season they are, and they need to be in an environment that depicts a different season. So for example, you might have old man winter or beautiful young lady summer walking through an autumn haze of falling leaves. Or you might have a beautiful young nymph style spring with wings and butterflies around her struggling to survive in a winter's storm. So there are different ways that you can make this work and make it interesting. You can make it an uplifting and pretty piece, or you can make it a very downtrodden and weary piece, because you can use the negative aspects of something like winter or a scorching summer to juxtapose the other season that you're representing in a personified or environmental version. So find an interesting combination and make it work as best you can. Do keep in mind you can't, of course, do both in the one season. So you can't do a personified winter in a winter environment. They need to be in a different season than the season that they are supposed to be. I hope that makes sense. As usual, if you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the description. I'm sure people will help answer them if I've already answered them and they know the answers. Otherwise, I'll do my best to get through them and answer as best as I can. But otherwise, it's up to common sense, and I do allow for creative license. Just make sure to stick to that general theme. Now to the rules of the challenge of the month. And the first and most important rule is the one I mentioned, which I'm going to expound on now. And that is that your piece must be created using traditional mediums. This means no digital paintings or digital artworks. You're going to be using old-fashioned pencil on paper or paint on canvas or ink on board or whatever combination, but it's going to have to be traditional mediums using your hands on traditional canvas or paper or whatever. That being said, of course, you're entering your pieces digitally because you're uploading them to the internet. So to be very clear, the only digital anything you can do to your piece, aside from scanning it or taking a photo and bringing it into your digital computer or whatever, is limited to brightness and contrast alterations and very minimal saturation adjustments. Otherwise, the integrity of your traditional piece must remain intact. Now, if you're primarily a digital artist, or if you have any confusion as to how to take your traditional piece, bring it onto the computer and make it look nice and enter it into the competition, I have a video that should be of help to you, which talks about the best ways to optimize your traditional artworks into a digital medium. And this uses various methods from your camera phone to a scanner, and it talks about how to make those adjustments and cropping and contrast settings and all of that stuff, even piecing 2 separate pieces together if you create an A3 piece and only have an A4 scanner. So make sure to check out the video. The link is on the screen and in the description. Now, as mentioned, not making major alterations, but you do want to make sure you're representing your piece as best as possible. And that transition from traditional into a digital file is going to be pretty key. So be very careful, take your time, and make sure to keep as much quality as possible. Now, to the rest of the rules. Your piece must be uploaded to the Newgrounds.com art portal and tagged with the tag Wandering Season, all one word. Make sure to check out the spelling, and when you're tagging it, make sure to letter by letter, make sure it's the same. Now that's for the open category, but if you want to enter the beginner category, you can enter the tag B-Wandering Season. That's B-Wandering Season. You should be entering the open category by default unless you're very new or beginning as an artist and you classify as a beginner. Otherwise, if you have a year or more of experience, or you've already seen a bit of development in your own artistic skill, make sure to allow room for people who are beginners to have a shot at the beginning prize pool. I will clarify too that you cannot enter both categories, so don't tag your piece with both the beginner and open category tag, because that will mean an automatic automatic disqualification. Everyone is also limited to 1 entry per person. If you enter more than one piece, no matter how great they are, you are automatically disqualified. This is a very important rule. I have disqualified people who have made more than 1 entry before. Next, there is to be no sexually explicit or gratuitously violent or inappropriate material, so keep it family friendly. And also, all entries must show a link in the description leading to a work in progress image. So this might be a photo that you take halfway through creating your traditional medium, or even a video showing a speed painting progress, or you could even take a photo of yourself holding your image, maybe also holding a piece of paper that says challenge of the month. You can pick one or more of these methods to show your work in progress and link to it in the description of your entry, but all participants must have at least one of those, because I need a very clear and easy way to ensure that all entries are original content submitted for this competition. Also, a quick note that if you upload a work in progress image to the Newgrounds art portal, that's fine, but don't tag your work in progress image with the competition tag, because you will be flagged as a multiple entrant, and I do comb through those, but it also means that you have a higher chance of being disqualified. So only tag your final entry. And last rule, your piece must be submitted by the deadline, which is Friday, March 25th. I'm sorry for all those rules. They're all there for a reason. It keeps everything nice and orderly, so please pay attention to them, and for your consideration of my time and sanity, do your best to submit your piece following all of these rules. Now, we're about to get to the prizes, but before we get to the prizes of the Challenge of the Month, I want to make a very brief and excited announcement that we have a new sponsor for both the Challenge of the Month competitions and the YouTube channel as a whole. So I'd love you all to join me in extending a warm welcome to the new YouTube channel sponsor of Draw with Jazza, and of course contributor of the prize pool to the Challenge of the Month, Adobe. I'm really excited about this because I'm a huge Adobe fan. I've been loyal to their products ever since I've been into digital art from the age of 13. I love all of their programs and use them all religiously, and only since last year have I had a relationship with them as a company, and since that point I have become a die-hard lover of Adobe. That sounded a little too romantic, but it slightly is. The reality is, the interactions I've had with Adobe, the work I've done with them, I've gone over and done some streaming at their office in San Francisco. I've also had communications with people who are making the programs that I use religiously, and they're so open to talking and taking on feedback, and I'm so excited to have them as a channel sponsor, because it means that aside from that enabling me to bring awesome stuff to you, like bigger prize pools with Creative Cloud subscriptions and other exciting content from events that we do together, it also means that community feedback from all of you and myself will be going directly to my friends at Adobe, the people who make programs like Animate CC and Photoshop. And if there's anything I've learned from my time with Adobe in the last 6 months, is that they really listen and they really care about creativity. So I couldn't be more ecstatic about Adobe jumping on board. So that being said, let's jump to the excitement of the prizes. The winner of the open category will receive 1 year for free on the Adobe Creative Cloud, which is super cool, because if you don't know, basically the Creative Cloud entails all of their programs. So this first prize winner will receive 1 free membership and gain access to all of their products: Photoshop, Flash, now Animate, Premiere, After Effects, all of their apps, and everything is so integrated into each other. The first prize winner will also receive a Medium Wacom Intuos Pro tablet. The Wacom Intuos Pro series is an amazing, high quality professional tablet capable of achieving all kinds of amazing results, and I highly recommend all of Wacom and their products, so definitely make sure to check them out. The first prize winner will of course also receive an item of their choosing from the Jazzastudios.com shop. The runner-up of the open category will receive a copy of the Art Compilation Book 21 Draw, as well as a brand new Stillman and Birn 9x12 Epsilon series wire-bound sketchbook with a sketch on the front page drawn on and signed by me, and an item of their choosing from the Jazzastudios.com shop. And finally, all finalists of the open category will receive a free copy of my tutorial archive on the Jazzastudios.com shop. The tutorial archive is a product that is updated every year and contains all of the reference files and raw assets from every tutorial I've ever done on this YouTube channel, as well as links to all of the videos, and it's all categorized and organized in a way that's really easy to find exactly what you want to work on or learn when you want to work on or learn it. And the tutorial archive also has some exclusive content and goodies as well. The winner of the beginner category will receive 3 months for free on the Adobe Creative Cloud. They'll also receive a signed copy of a How to Draw book by Christopher Hart, as well as a Stillman and Birn 5.5 by 8.5 Epsilon series hardbound sketchbook, with the first page of that sketchbook drawn on and signed by me. And the runner-up of the open category will receive an item of their choosing from the Jazzastudios.com shop. And last but not least, all of the winners and runners-up of both categories will receive 1 year full supporter status on Newgrounds.com. Being a Newgrounds supporter allows for ad-free enjoyment and streamlined entertainment on the entire site, as well as the option to change your username and access to secret content, exclusive previews, and more, and is a great way to support an entirely independent and amazing community. Newgrounds has been independent since 1995 and been a supporter of many artists, including myself, and a lot of us owe a lot to Newgrounds, and I know that I do. So I definitely encourage you to check out becoming a Newgrounds supporter. I want to take a moment to thank all of my sponsors. I, with all sincerity, can give 2 thumbs up to all of my sponsors for the amazing products and programs that they produce that enable me to be the best artist that I can be, and I definitely guarantee that they can help you, or of course give you more assets and resources to make your workflow as streamlined and enjoyable as possible. Good luck to everyone in the challenge of the month. I can't wait to see your entries in this, the first ever traditional only challenge of the month. And of course, there is a work in progress thread on the Newgrounds forum, link in the description, and there is a hashtag that I am encouraging you to use on social media, such as Instagram and Twitter, that being hashtag Wandering Season, and that way it will enable other people on social media to find other participants and check out your awesome artworks. I love you all sincerely, and I can't wait to see how this goes, as always. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for new content every week. If you want to support my work and get some goodies for yourself, head over to my store for archives, ebooks, digital brushes, video courses, and more. If you enjoyed this video, here's a link to some more content you might like. Draw with Jazza is proudly sponsored by Adobe. Join the Creative Cloud today and get loads of incredible industry-standard creative tools such as Photoshop, Animate, Premiere Pro, and other apps for your computer or mobile device. That's it for now. Thanks for joining the arty party, and until next time, I'll see you later.